Christy, I suppose it's been an eventful 12 months for junior soccer in Limerick, to say the least. How difficult has it been for the Limerick District League and for the clubs and management?
Oh, it's been very difficult, and particularly for the financial side of it, for the clubs and for the league. We have no income at the moment. Neither have the clubs, and a lot of the clubs had to stop fundraising, and like everything else, we have to continue on here, keep the upkeep of the ground, pay our electricity bills, pay our gas. Everything has to be paid, and we have no income. And I feel for the clubs in that sense as well. We have 48 clubs, and I can imagine what way the situation they are. If we're in this situation, they're in it as well. You know.
When shutdown came last March, you could hardly have envisaged that 12 months later you still wouldn't be able to be back playing.
No, I personally thought myself that we'd shut down for March. Then when it went on, we cancelled the season. I think we took the right decision in cancelling the season. And then I thought we'd be back August, which we did. And it came 2 months early for us. The original date was the 16th of October, and we started the 16th of August, which I thought was a bit too much to bring it back 2 months. But look, that's what it was, and we started our season, and no sooner had October come and we were shut down again, and we haven't kicked the ball or no activity since.
Turlock McMurroch Airlines. Turlock, obviously it's been frustrating, I suppose, 12 months really for junior clubs, bar a couple of months there last autumn. What's it been like for somebody involved in the club and as active in football as you have been over the years?
Every member, every young or old involved in clubs at the moment, we go back, if just 10, 12 months ago, if anyone told us what was coming, you'll be taking the white coats. No one could see what was coming. It's been long. We all miss it, you know. We're all used to start shows as Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays, schoolboy games or junior games, and we miss them. Players miss them. Myself probably on a committee side of John's Football Club, we miss them. And I know early on we spoke to the chairman of the league, like fundraising, everything. I think in the last 12 months our lives has changed big time. You know, COVID's taken over our lives, and like, you know, the one thing that no one wanted was to lose anyone close to us. And sport, you know, sport is sport, but our family lives and our families are more important. But saying that, and it's been a massive change. But there's been 3 lockdowns, and you know, in these 3 lockdowns, there's nothing come back to say school but football or junior football has led to COVID cases. We've got to go by that bit. But 2 strings of the situation here. A 7-year-old that played last March, under 7, played 3 games. He came back in September, played 3 games, maximum 6 games at a push. If we don't go back to the soccer before September, he comes back as a 9-year-old. That's unbelievable. On the older side, a 17-year-old that played last March, came back last August, played 18s, played 3 or 4 matches. He comes back as a junior player. So I mean, like, there's no pathway there. But you know, hopefully that we can get back to playing what we like. You know, whether it's the schoolboys or juniors. But any club, no matter how big they are in the city and the county, and we're all affiliated to the league here, we all miss it. And the schoolboy side as well. I mean, it's a part of life for us all.
Obviously, I suppose the next big day is going to be the 5th of April, isn't it, for you to see what the government decide then?
Well, yes, the 5th of April. I think there is a slight bit of light at the end of the tunnel. I thought myself the decision whether to go back or not would be June, but I think I'm more optimistic now than I ever was that it might happen, that clubs might be able to go back training in May, say late April, early May, and hopefully we can kick off the season then in June and finish out the leagues. That would be our priority, is to finish the leagues.
How long notice or how much training, you know, kind of mini pre-season training do you think clubs would need before be able to play again? Yeah?
I think myself, if we got the month of May for clubs to go back training, the 17s, 18s and juniors, and then have everything in place to start the season then the first Tuesday in June, or the second Tuesday in June, because you'll be coming back after a bank holiday weekend, so maybe the second week in June.
And what would you envisage, Christy, that season would consist of? When would it end, and when might the new season start then?
Well, with the bright night, you'd have Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday evening and Sunday to play your games. So in that sense, when we get to that time of the year and midweek matches, clubs do play 2 matches a week. Now, we're halfway through our leagues, so I would envisage 6 weeks to finish out the leagues. And the leagues would be priority. I doubt very much if we'll get the cup competitions or the Lawson Cup played.
So finish out the leagues, that would sort relegation, promotion, and
yes,
be able to start then next season.
Yes, and it would also give the clubs an opportunity to play competitive football leading up to a new season, where they wouldn't be going away organising friendlies in or whatever. They would have competitive games from June until the end of July, and then get into the process of starting a new season around the end of August, first week in September.
So you would see the existing season all going well, finishing up the end of July?
Yes,
that would be
definitely.
And then a month off, and then back for a later maybe than normal start?
Yeah, later. I would imagine we normally start around the middle of August. I wouldn't see a problem starting September, middle of September. So to give everyone a chance to get back and do a bit of fundraising, and we have a lot to do here as well. So regarding registration, transfers and everything like that would have to be put in place again. Because the original transfer and registration dates would now go by the wayside, you see. So we'd have to have new months in place for that.
How important do you think it is from a club's point of view, from mental health point of view, in terms of administrators, players, coaches, that you are able to get back, May time, June time, all going well?
Having said that, I think it's very important that we acknowledge the amount of deaths in the country due to COVID, and sport comes secondary to all that, but we are in the sporting organisation, and to get everyone back onto the pitch would do wonders for their mental health. Because I know people within my own club, they can't wait to get back. So that goes with every club as well. And the same with myself. I'd love to be back going to matches, evening time and Sunday mornings. You'd miss it terrible, But as I said, it's secondary to what people have suffered in the last 12 months due to deaths and COVID and everything else, So I do acknowledge that, and I would like to send my sympathies to all these families around the country that have to go through that.
Well, Christy, while I suppose junior football is shut down at the minute, senior soccer has started, and obviously Treaty United played their first pre-season friendly this week. Just your thoughts on that, the fact senior soccer is back in Limerick after that break last season?
I'm delighted to see it back, because the city as big as ours needs a League of Ireland team. And regardless of what the name of the club is, it wants this League of Ireland senior football in the city. That's major. And the Treaty ladies senior team will be playing their season here, starting in the end of March till November. And the 17s are playing in another ground around the city. And I'd like to wish the men's and the ladies and the whole club in general the best of luck for the season.